Hi, in this video we're going to be talking about a free tool you could use to find out what files are taking up the space on your hard drive. So let's say you're running out of room and you can't seem to find what files and folders are taking up the most space. You could use this program to do so. So it's called MeinPlatz. I'm saying it right, which means my place in German. So there are two versions of it. There is a standalone version, which I'm running here, just an executable. And then there's also an installable version where you could install it like any other program and then have a entry in your start items here. And of course, if you do the standalone version, you could always just make a shortcut to the executable and put it on your desktop, that type of thing. Okay, so I'm going to double click it to open it. So it's telling you it's in filter mode only. Then it gives you a little tip screen here when it opens up the first time, and you can check this box not to show it if you don't want. All right, so the interface is pretty simple. We have our results here. We have our include files and our exclude files. Then you have some options here to exclude hard links and soft links and show only the folder structure. Then you could browse to wherever you want to search, such as your desktop here, this PC. If you have more than one drive, you could select them there. Then off to the right here, we have a little drop down here, kind of the same type of thing. And you can just click on your drive layer from here as well. All right, so let's say I'm going to choose the whole C drive. So it's starting to read the files on there. So you can see as it's scanning the files and folders, these numbers are changing here. And that shows you the percentage of the disk space used and what folder is using it. So in this case, the Windows folder is using 70% of the C drive. And if I expand it here, you can kind of scroll down and see which subfolders are using that space. 7% here, 11% here, 37% here. Just for this WinSxS folder. Then we have individual files which aren't using up too much space, except for the Pagefile down here, which is using up 6%. And then over here we have some options too. If you want to load a scan, save a scan, so the grid lines, export it, do some different type of arranging, customize your columns if you don't want to see all this information. And of course, you could click on a column to sort by that particular header. So if you want to sort by size, have the largest one on the top here, you could do so. Or same thing with the percentage or number of files and that type of thing. And then here we have some options to include hidden files and folders or only show the folder structure. And right now it's showing our grouping by path here. You could change that to file extension, date modified, and so on. If you want to refresh, have it rescan. If you want to have something removed from the list, something deleted, expand a certain amount of levels, customize the columns, auto arrange plus header, export. All right, so let's go into the users folder here, into this user. And we get to see what's going on here with this user account. So you can see in the pictures we have 252 files. The app data folder is using up the most space. Documents 86 files, and so on. And let's say we want to filter only by, let's say, PDF files. We could change to star.pdf and then refresh. Okay, so we can see we have only PDFs showing. So it'll show you how much of the total PDF space is being used. So this documents folder, see how it says 93%? That doesn't mean that this documents folder is using 93% of the C drive. It's just where 93% of the PDF files are located. And you can see it matches here because they're under this user folder here. And then this PDF file folder only has 0.3% of the PDF files. You could expand it and only see that it has one there. And same here, this only has one. And let's do it again for, let's say, Word documents. All right, same thing here. All the Word documents are in this one user folder, so 100% of them are in there. 73% are under documents, and 26% are under pictures for some reason in this folder here. And then, of course, depending on where you're at, that's what it'll scan. So let's say we go over here. Let's click on just Cindy here. Let's refresh. And you can see Cindy does not have any Word documents in her folder. So if you don't want to scan the whole C drive each time, if you're doing some filtering, then you might want to come over here to the left, click on the subfolder you want to have scanned, and that way it's only going to show you results from that folder. So let's say I do the E drive here. You can see 100% of the documents are in the backup folder, and we have 81% of them in this confidential files, and then this larger file here is taking up 18%. Then I could take this off here, refresh. Now I'm scanning just the E drive here, and it shows me that 96% of the files are in this backup folder, and 47% of them are in this confidential files. And then this one file here, which is a PowerPoint file, is taking up 41% of the space on this E drive. So this is a larger file, and there's not a lot on here, so that's why this is actually taking up quite a bit of space. And then, of course, if you want to exclude files, you could do that as well. So let's go back to this guy here. Let's exclude star.docx to exclude Word files. Let's refresh here. Now if we go to Documents, we don't have any of our Word files showing here because we have them excluded. All right, at the top here, we could export our scan here, print it, reposition the windows, change the language, disable the status bar or logical file sorting, make it full screen, change your Windows settings, restart as admin just in case there are some folders that you don't have access to with your regular user account. And we have some info and some help. Then at the top here are some more print options, options for updating. Kind of shows you a history of what you scan here. Some more help, donate. And you could zoom in too, I guess if you can't see it. And then this will close the search results here. And then you just have to come back here and start over again with whatever you want to search for. Like so. Then if you want to hide the navigation pane, you could do that from here. Then we have our expand levels here. So if we want to expand one level, you could do that. 2 levels, 3 levels, and up to 8 levels. And then you could expand past 8 levels if you have that many subfolders within a certain directory. And then you could shrink them back down like so. All right, so there is your basic overview of MeinPlatz. Still not sure if I'm saying that correctly. You can see it comes in kind of handy to locate where all of your larger files are, especially if you scan the whole drive here. So this is just a test computer, so there's not a lot of huge files here. But you can see it's pretty easy to see where most of the files are. And it's nice to be able to sort on the results and also include or exclude files that you don't need to see. All right, so I'll put a link in the description where you could download the software and you can try it out for yourself. All right, thanks for watching and be sure to subscribe.